Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Global video. So in today's video I'm going to take you through how to do the Saiyan EZA or EZB. So the Saiyan EZB is a new EZA awakening for the Saiyan unit that is definitely not Bardock. Basically it's 30 stages to get medals to awaken Bardock to a new stage of power. The missions that you have are easy. They are to clear mission 10 and higher at 1 minute 15, mission 20 and higher at 1 minute 25, and to finish stage 20 with a revenge team or a team with 3 revenge characters. So to start off with, we're basically just going to build a revenge team. We're going to take a look at some of the units that you can use, and we're just going to build from there. So to cut a long story short, the best lead for the revenge team is Bardock. He is the first and only, as far as I know, revenge lead category leader. So if you're going to use Bardock, it makes your life a lot easier because you can just select from the full suite of units that pop under the revenge category. A lot of them being cells, coolers, some freezers, a lot of Trunkses, because obviously Trunks wants revenge on the androids, some Mystic Gohans, that's pretty much it. That's kind of like your stock standards. Your Bardocks obviously there, maybe Tao, yeah, Kid Goku that's fighting Piccolo. I mean, there's a lot of options. So basically what we're going to do just to start off with is we're just going to kind of go with an extreme int team. That extreme int team is going to be the best one that we can put out so far. We're going to take SS3 Bardock and we're just going to kind of go through the stages from there. Those are your best units. If you can't run under a Bardock team, your best shot that you're going to go for is using something like the Trunks, which is great because these are all super lead, and then picking up as many super characters as you can from under the revenge category that are in top, because Trunks is 120% super lead and 170% future lead. So very, very, very good. Very, very nice unit to use as a pseudo lead if you are struggling for the Bardock. I know Trunks isn't all too common nowadays, but he is a suitable lead and will help you out. He's always my friend lead, so if you see a Trunks in your friends list, you know it's mine. He's rainbow, he's level linked up, he is ready to go. So this is probably the best super team in inverted commas that you can run under the Trunks, but we'll go back to the original team and then we'll just see how we go from there. So yeah, we'll switch back to the original team, and then from there we will run the event. So for the first couple stages, LRCell will immediately take them out. It's not going to be anything special. I think we will start to jump back in once things change, or we need to change up the team lineup, or the requirements change. But because it's not something like Kale and Caulifla or Topo and Dispo, I don't see it, changing up or having 2 types or anything like that. See this pretty much being straightforward. Just basically keep the same kind of best performing category and type advantages, and you'll be able to net the best results and basically secure yourself the 30 stones and hopefully the 3 bonus ones.
Let's do this.
I farmed all of this very quickly to try and get a Gogeta on a summon, and I did summon and I got physical Mystic Gohan. So basically I am 650 stones in, which was all saving, and didn't get a single Gogeta. But we'll get him next time. So for now, I'm just going to start trying to save some stones and then see where I go to from there. As you can see, Cell will insta-kill this Bardock pretty easily. I'm not too worried about these first stages, I never am. From a farming point of view, this EZA is probably alright to get a little bit of extra Zeni out of. So for those of you who like to take these stages past 30 to try and get that extra 1.5 million Zeni per stage, you definitely can probably run a couple stages on this one. I wouldn't say you could milk it like some of the other ones, but I think it's got a wide enough category that you can definitely earn some extra money from it if you so need. But yeah, so just talking about Bardock himself, obviously the Masked Saiyan currently as a unit before the EZA was not that impressive at all. essentially just some low stat increases, which at the time were really good, like 20,000 attack, 10,000 defense, but just were not good enough nowadays in the percentage-based game, where things are all percentages and buffs on buffs and all those sort of things. So we'll kind of take a look at Saiyan in a separate video, see how he performs there. But yeah, in reality, I think this EZA was much needed. I think it's really made an older unit in the game kind of way more viable for at least content nowadays and all kinds of content. So now he's changed to being a attack and defense percentage based passive skill. So he's 100 and X% defense, 100 and X% attack, and he gains extra defense and attack when facing one enemy, and he gains extra attack and ki when facing two enemies. He also lowers attack and defense on super attack, so he's pretty good. He's not maybe the most broken EZA that I've seen, at least in the game. So I wouldn't say he's the most broken EZA in the game. Like, oh, you have to get him. But he's super helpful for stages like Extreme Tech SBR, Tech SBR, Extreme Tech, Extreme SBR, Pure Saiyans SBR. I think Goku's Family SBR, you could probably run him in. So he's definitely helpful in most situations. By the way, just taking a look at the team, obviously if you've looked on screen you will have noticed that it's changed. The team is now super int type, so Bardock basically drops. He gains increased damage reduction against extreme type enemies, and he is weaker to super type revenge units, so that is something to just keep in mind when you are going through the stages and adhering to the requirements. Obviously, you guys will notice that there's no sound. Unfortunately, as always, when I forget to put in my sound device, it doesn't record the sound, which is a little bit upsetting, but I do have some lovely daintily background music playing there, so I hope that at least takes away from the kind of hollow echo feel to videos without background sound. So overall, looking at Saiyan, like I said about his changes, very good, made him viable for a lot more content. He's not necessarily the best unit to have in terms of all the content, but he's super helpful. I mean, any unit that can help you with an extreme SBR is a good unit. I think there's no scaling metric for whether a unit's good or bad. They're all obviously good in their own categories or in their own ways, but I definitely think that Bardock, Mars Saiyan, definitely not Bardock. He definitely does add and assist the Extreme Tech team. He's definitely a niche for him, linking well with Raditz, linking well with the Broly's, SS3 and the LR, and I think that linking set, that whole Saiyan linking set and falling into the tech team really helps him shine, yes, but also just to find a slot for content, because his categories are pretty stacked as is. I mean, Pure Saiyans is probably one of the better categories in the game, same with Goku's Family. So having him have that kind of slot in the extreme tech side where they probably needed that extra good Saiyan the most really helps them out, which is really, really good. But yeah, as you can see so far, really not having any difficulties with the stage whatsoever. Switching to the super int obviously helped us out, and you will hear my sound kick back in now. Yeah, it's unfortunately it's a price to pay when you forget to put stuff in, but hopefully now it's at least a bit better and helps you guys with listening to my voice drone on and on. But yeah, so taking a look at the EZA, overall not too hard. The availability of super int units is pretty decent. There are a couple free to play ones. You obviously have the Shadow Goku, the Shadow Dragon Saga Goku. You have the Giru super int support there. You have the Dragon Ball Seekers Goku Jr., the grandson of Goku. but the revenge category looks relatively non-free-to-play friendly. There is one free-to-play revenge category unit, which is that Trunks, that EZA area Trunks from the future event, the free-to-play one. So he would be a decent option. I think he would at least help you fill out the slots in your team if you're really struggling. So he's something you can look at if you're struggling. But otherwise, I just recommend going with something similar along these lines. If you are truly struggling to find revenge category units, you can always just bring Super Int. It will probably eventually get the job done to some point if it is very strong. So that's it. That was stage 30. That's the whole EZA, the whole shebang. I'll now bring up on the screen his last weaknesses at the end. Remember, please, that you get a whole bunch of cars for finishing the EZA. So, yeah. There's the final requirements. So as you can see, it was super agility, super tech, super int, all still perfectly fine. And then obviously the revenge category. And then yeah, if we take a look at just, you know, the missions in general, we obviously finished all 3. So pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It makes Bardock a really good card. I don't think it's too difficult. I think it is the right kind of challenge for an EZA. And yeah, I think good luck, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, if any of you have Saiyan and you're experiencing him and you're enjoying his EZA, let me know in the comments. And yeah, also give me some ideas for my next video. I'm gonna stock up before I go away for Valentine's. Cheers guys, and bye.